Hi everybody, it's Ramona here again from Connect to Your Angels, and I just wanted to put this video together to explain a little bit more about the Reiki work that I do, because I also am a Reiki master in addition to being an angel therapy practitioner. And Reiki is one of those things that some people have kind of heard of it, but they still don't really know what it is. They don't even know how to say it. It's spelled R-E-I-K-I, pronounced Reiki. And it is an ancient Japanese holistic healing therapy. And the way that it works is it works with the energy. It's an energy medicine modality. Okay, and what it does is it works as a support mechanism to the body to help reestablish the normal energy flow of ki, which is also known as life force energy, throughout the body, which then enhances the body's innate healing ability. So it kind of kicks in our own healing ability that we have within us. It gives us a state of deep relaxation, and that also will help to bring things back into balance. So during a Reiki session, what happens is I use a massage table. The client will come in fully clothed. I get them to lie on the table, and we make sure they're comfy, using either bolsters or things like that so that they're in a comfortable position. They have a blanket if they want. Nice and comfortable so they really can fully relax into the session. And then I work through a series of hand positions, either directly on the client's body or just slightly above, working through the various energy centers of the body. Because we have these various energy centers, you may have heard the word chakra, and that's what a chakra is. It's an energy center. And starting at the base of our spine, working all the way up to the crown, throughout this area here, we have these energy centers. So I will just gently place my hands, on or above the client's body, in different positions, always keeping in mind, areas that are off limits, right? It's not a manipulative therapy. It's not like a massage, but it does work with the energy to help balance and shift and move that energy out of areas where it might be clogged or more dense, to get that energy flowing optimally through the client's body. And then the client draws off the energy that it needs, and it sends it wherever it might need to help bring that body back into alignment. So you can't really get too much Reiki, which is great. And it also works very well in conjunction with any type of Western medicine therapy that a client might be undergoing. So if they have an existing medical condition and they're being treated for it through Western medicine, Reiki is a great complement. It can really help. And again, there's really no contraindications, so no matter what you're already being treated for, Reiki can help with it. It's not going to, harm. It doesn't work that way. One of the great benefits with Reiki is that whether the practitioner touches a client or not, it still works. And this is great because some people might be in pain. They can't withstand having, even just a very light touch on their bodies, or if they've experienced some kind of trauma or have been physically hurt by somebody, then they don't want hands on them. That is fine as well. So really, Reiki is a wonderful technique to help with that in those situations, and it helps on both the physical body and the emotional body too. So it's not just about physical healing. A lot of clients will come in initially because they have a physical issue, but through the sessions they're also healing emotionally too. So it really helps to relax the body, helps the stress go away, balance occurs, and healing begins. That's pretty much how it works. So through the Reiki session, as I said, I will work, down my client's body from the head to the feet, and then partway through they will sit up, have some water. I turn them over, and we do the same thing down the back of the body. And a session typically lasts about an hour or so, depending on how much energy needs to shift. But the really cool thing about Reiki is, as I said, it doesn't really matter if my hands are on the client or not, and in that case, it can even work long distance. Now, I know this is something that for a lot of people, it takes them a while to get their head wrapped around this, but it does. You can remotely send it long distance to a client in a completely different location than you are at. So that is also available. So I can do in-person Reiki and long-distance Reiki, no matter where the person is in the world. Usually I try to coordinate it so that at the time I'm sending the Reiki and doing the Reiki session, the person who's receiving it is just relaxing, either lying down or just sitting comfortably, to allow them to take in that energy and get it to shift and move. And if it's a client's first time, typically people can come out of a Reiki session feeling a little bit woozy, maybe lightheaded, maybe feeling kind of like spacey a little bit. So, if you haven't experienced Reiki before, I always encourage somebody, if they're doing it by distance, to just be taking it easy during the session and giving themselves some time afterwards to kind of just, come back into their body, so to speak, and making sure they're nice and grounded before they go off and do anything else. So during our typical Reiki session, some of the things my clients may experience are feeling warmth from my hands. Some people will feel the opposite. They might feel coolness, or they might feel tingles and shivers all over their body, or they might experience kind of air pressure changes. They may see amazing colors. They may feel kind of out of body or very woozy. They may fall asleep, which is fine. As the energy is shifting, sometimes people will have an emotional release. So they might cry, they might have tears, they might be upset. And I always encourage them, let it out. Do not hold it back in, because that is part of healing. That needs to come out. And Reiki, when I work with clients, this is a safe space, right? You never have to worry about being embarrassed about anything. Everything that happens in the Reiki treatment room stays in the Reiki treatment room. It's a safe space, so let it out. If you need to cry, that is fine. On the opposite hand, I've had people giggle through the whole thing too, so that is another form of energy shifting and moving, which is completely natural. You might be gassy and things like that. That's fine too. So there's all those different things that could be going on. And they're all totally normal. So I just wanted to give you a sense of what you might experience. Generally, though, people come out, they're very relaxed. They feel, sometimes lighter. They might sleep very well that evening. And then at the end of the session, after it's taken place, I give people a full report on what it was that came up through the session. I will chart everything and give them a report, what chakras were strong, what chakras were weak, where the energy might have been stuck, what needed to shift, what was moving, and any messages that I pick up. Because as I do Reiki, I also pick up intuitive messages as well. So I always will pass those along to the client, in addition to, what is going on with the energy itself. Now, I just wanted to do a really quick demonstration here, because as I said, Reiki is one of those things that it's a little bit hard for people to wrap their heads around, because they can't see anything happening, right? Energy is something we just can't see. And as humans, we're kind of conditioned, that mentality, I'll believe it when I see it. So here's something that's really cool. Okay, so, let me just grab something that fell. All right, so what I have here are just two divining rods that I've made out of a typical wire hanger. Okay, just a good old wire hanger. I've bent them kind of like into this L shape. And on the bottom part here, this is just a drinking straw. Okay, so I just cut the drinking straw to fit here, so that when I hold this in my hand, and I'm not gripping it, I'm just gently holding it in my hand, that allows this wire to sort of just freely swing right on its own, however it wants to go. So imagine this. We all have an energy field around our body. It's called the Auric Field. And throughout our day, most of us are pretty open with our energy field, right? So here it goes. It's opening up. I'm wide open. So this allows you, it's great. You can give of yourself. You do your thing. However, when you leave your energy open like this, you are susceptible to receiving a lot of other people's energy, or energy even from your surroundings, from buildings and all that kind of stuff. And if it's kind of heavy or dense, that's going to sort of impact you over time. As more of that sticks to you, then you can feel sluggish, you could feel tired, you could feel burnt out, you just might feel off, and you can't really put a finger on it. So if you're feeling any of those things, those are sort of hallmarks that your energy is a little bit out of whack, right? You've been taking in a lot. What you want to get to the point is, when you go somewhere, there's a lot of energy, like it might be an airport or a hospital or a government building or even your workplace. You want to kind of learn to close off your energy and say, ooh, it doesn't feel good here. I want to close myself off. See that? So now I'm closed. And then now I'm going out for drinks with the girls. Yay, I'm happy, and my energy opens, right? So this is just a demonstration to show you that we do have this energy field. And if you don't believe me, make these yourself. I showed these to my kids, and their eyes were like saucers. They're like, let me try those things. And my husband too, they're like, let me try it. And they thought it was easy peasy to make it go in and out. It's not. So you can play around with this. This is a fun, party trick, whatever. You want to pull these out at your next party and have everybody trying them. But it's cool. It's just a good way to demonstrate that, yes, we have an auric field, we have an energy field, and it does get impacted even though we can't see it physically with our eyes. Some other things about Reiki is it's actually finally becoming more mainstream, which is great. It's taken a while and it's slow and steady, but there are now more and more people who are turning to Reiki. And Dr. Oz, if you're familiar with Dr. Oz and his program, he actually had a Reiki master on his program. They talked about it as a complementary therapy, and that she was demonstrating it on the show. And he even said he works with a Reiki master in his OR. And his own wife Lisa is a Reiki master. So, it's we have to get it out of our heads that we have to see it to believe it, and trust sometimes that these things that have been around for thousands of years, there must be something to that if it's still around and people are actually working with this still. So just so you know, my Reiki training I've done here with a teacher in Calgary, Alberta, and then I've completed all of my necessary practicum hours and such so that I'm certified with the Canadian Reiki Association. And if you were to go on their website, you would see me listed there. And just to prove it again, I always believe the proof. People want proof. Here's my certificate, and it says there I am a registered practitioner following all the code of conduct and the ethics and all that stuff with Reiki. So I'm just trying to think. I hopefully have maybe touched on everything about it and what you might have been having questions about. If you want to learn more, I invite you to check out my website. It's www.connecttoyourangels.com. The 2 in that is the number 2. Okay, connecttoyourangels.com. And you can get more information there about Reiki under my services page. You're also welcome to send me an email if you have questions. My email is spiritualmailman@connecttoyourangels.com. And again, it's number 2 in there. Follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Connect to Your Angels. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Ramona Remisat, @Ramona Remisat, and that's spelled REMESAT. Or if you want to see more of my other videos that I've done with my angel therapy videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is also Connect to Your Angels. So I've enjoyed sharing this with you. I hope it's been helpful. Please feel free to share. A lot of people, like I said, they still don't understand what Reiki is, what it is. They can't even pronounce it. So you can give them a little bit of insight that you have and then direct them to the video if they want to learn more. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to connect with you very soon.